Slime Mid. This right here is my review on Power Season 2, Episode 10, the season finale. And boy, oh boy, was this a good season finale. This ended right here in a banger, this season finale right here. So, wow. I'm going to start on breakdown what every character was doing, and I'm going to start right quick right here. Start with Lou. Lou pretty much feel like he has a studio. Everything's going his way. He's finna become a big time music exec and all. I think he's finna be the next Diddy, Birdman, all that and everything like that. But then he looks at the paper as a sign sheet and he sees Raquel's name on everything like that. So he goes to the bank. He's like, oh, he asked the bank salesman, he asked the banker like, hey, what's going on? Whose name on it? He was saying half of the C's, half of the bulletproof records does go to Crown's, not Cam, but Crown's mom. Half of it does go to her. But also before Crown died, he did sign away some of the waivers to Raquel Thomas and everything like that. So like I said before earlier in the video when it first happened, Rock set everything up. She convinced Lulu to kill Crown so that way she knew that way by getting his ear and saying all that, saying because she already knew about what Crown stepped to her and told her about what Lou was doing. So she already set things up by having Lou kill Crown and all that. So that way she can get half of the label and everything like that without Lou Lawrence. So she set up, like I said, she set up and wanted him to kill her. She wanted him to kill him on purpose so everything can go well for her. And that's when she gives the all speech to him saying, I own you no matter what. You ain't going nowhere. Where you going? You in this life. You in this. I own you. Pretty much saying, I own you, nigga. I mean, to say it like that, but yeah. Had to, you know what I'm saying? So she kept it real like that and said it. So, dang. So, like I said, Lou ends up now Lou has to figure out a way. I'm going to tie into that and everything about how Lou tries to figure out a way where he feels like he got to leave. He just want to leave Rock and everything. Because it pretty much ends off in season 1. And in the season 1, remember, he had felt like, man, I want to get out of this life because you made me kill that kid and everything like that. So, I'm like, I'm still upset about that and all that. And he gives her the speech and he tells her, like, nah, maybe kill that kid. I had to kill the Italians, and then the whole thing was scrap. And then of course Raquel finally reveals it, saying it turns out Scrap wasn't a snitch, it wasn't Mama. Well, we all figured out that Scrap wasn't no snitch. We knew Scrap was loyal. He was down with the gang. He'd been down since he was 16. We knew he wasn't with that and all that. He ain't snitch. It was his mama and all that was a snitch and all that. And he was just like, dang. And once Lou heard that too and everything, like you made wrong about that. Lou just like, man, bump, I gotta go, I gotta get up out of here. So he's kind of ended off the same way they ended season 1, where Lou wanted to leave and get up out of there and all that. So I'm breaking down how everything ties in together though and all that, where Lou probably won't end up leaving or anything. Now I'm gonna talk about Marvin. Marvin told Sam, hey man, you gotta get out of here because I'm trying to be nice and everything. But if I see you out here again, I'm gonna have to kill you and all that. He tells him, hey man, you gotta leave and all that. Give him some money, tell him go get himself up, get on this bus and leave and all that. As we saw in the end of the episode 9, Sam doesn't do that. He decides he's gonna go ahead and stay. He decides he's gonna go ahead and stay and all. We thought maybe he was gonna go and stay and tell or something like that and tell the detective what he saw, but no, he at the beginning of this episode we see he just goes on and goes to the and goes back to doing his drugs and getting some money, doing some drugs and going to the crack house. That's what he ends up doing. And Marvin sees him, shoots the crackhead that's with him, but then ends up killing him. And Marvin just says, "Can I get one more hit? That's it." And then he talks about how he used to be an accountant and everything like that. And he said, once you turn that corner when you get them drugs, you can't turn back. And even we see Kanan being the narrator saying, no matter what FA said, like, I can never do crack. I can never do nothing that I got no control over. This I let control me. And Marvin lets him get one more hit and everything. When he tells him about being an accountant, and Marvin ends up killing him and all. It was sad to see him go, but hey, Marvin told Sam, hey man, if I see you again, I'm gonna have to kill you and all that. Because of course Marvin run his mouth to the detective and everything. So he was a loose end that had to be cut. So that's what happened. Now, there's us going on more. Him and Juke have a heart-to-heart moment when Juke finally decides she decides she wants to finally move back in and stay with him and everything. They have a heart, they have a talk and everything like that. And you see Marvin just tear up a bit seeing his daughter finally back in the house and everything. He just loving it. Like everything's going real well for Marvin. Everything's going good and all. Also, beginning part of the episode, we see him when he catch Kanan, when Kanan's taking some of the drugs, and Kanan said, "No, it's mine. Like what I'm supposed to do? Like it's mine. I can take it and all that. It belonged to me." Because of course, Rock told Kanan, "This is all yours. This is you and everything. When it's all said and done, you're gonna be the seat of the throne. This is all meant for you. It's yours." So Kane decides, since he's mad at Rock and acting off emotion a little bit, kind of, he decides, I'm going to take it because it's mine. Like, I'm going to take it. So that's what he's doing. He's taking what he feels like is rightfully owed to him anyway. So he's doing it because he's mad at her too. But in spite, he decides, I'm going to take some of this work and get this money. So that's mostly like what we see with Marvin. That's what Marvin had going on this episode. That's most of the part with him. He gets his kind of like, you know, ending per so, and I mean, he gets his moment. That's what he had at the end of this season and all. It's really good character depth from Marvin, how he's grown from the character that was a hot head in season 1 to being this close, you know, to being this calm, settled kind of guy with them anger management classes with the help of R.I.P. of course, respect to Renee as well, seeing with her and all that. So very good for Marvin this episode. He had the most character depth of all this season. So, as well. But now I'm gonna talk about Jukebox. Jukebox actually had a lot going on this episode. Jukebox catch the guy that was trying to mess with and all that, because of course he was part of the exorcism they did with him and everything. And she was like, and she got up on dude. She was just like, "Yo, what was that? You think you gonna do like that and you know just walk away from me after you played me like that and all that?" And you know he tells her, "Oh, you wasn't nothing but a dyke anyway. I knew you too ugly and all that, anything to be with me and all that." And she just beats the boy down, just beat the man down pretty much. The police got to see him, and she lying talking about, "Oh, we were just playing and all and everything." He said, "Nah, she snuck me and all. That's what happened." I'm like, "Boy, you ain't get gone so with that, boy. You ain't get snuck like you ain't see that coming, boy." Nah, that is not what happened, boy. Somebody got stuck. Nah, he got beat. You got beat down. That's what happened and all. And we see Jukebox end up going to jail, but good old Detective Burke as always got her out, gets her out of jail. Gets her out of jail, and Detective Burke, of course, usually gets her out of jail to find the information about Kanan and all. She doesn't say his name. She doesn't talk about Kanan's father. She doesn't say anything like that or anything, talks about Howard or anything. She just tells him, she gives her a little hint, say the people that's close to you is using you, and they come after you and playing you. And I'll talk about that just a while now. I'm going to tell about that, how she, of course, knows about how they're playing her and all that, the people that's close to her and all that. So Detective Burke is looking confused like that. What is, Jukebox talking about by saying that? But no, she just, playing her. And she just letting her know that, hey, these people, these cops out here, they playing you and all that. They using you as bait. So you need to catch on right quick because you got to know what's up. So she finds out about that. And she's like, dang. And she just tells them thanks for the assist. She doesn't like snitch. Let's talk about Howard, the whole thing. But she just said, hey, they are playing you. So we kind of see how Jukebox does in the future, what we see in the original Power. She does end up becoming a cop, but a crooked cop at that. But we kind of see her ways and stuff like that. Maybe a little bit too how she kind of separates from the family, how maybe her and Kane are such at odds when we see them in the original Power finale, because compared to how they're so close and all that in this series. But we kind of starting to see a little bit of Easter eggs, plant little seeds of how they go their separate ways and they're split when we see them, in the original Power, why Kanan just end up killing her for Tariq and all that. People still talk about it today, how close they were in raising Kanan to see that why would he kill her? Kanan would kill her over Tariq and all that. But we're seeing some of the plants and the seeds for that. So we'll see. Especially when I talk about the end of this, what happened in this episode, why I feel like for sure that might lead to some of that as well. So also she has a talk with Nicole's dad. Nicole's dad tells him, hey, tell her about the detective giving you the drugs and all that, and that's what made Nicole sick. Because of course, like what Jukebox was telling Ted Burt, how we're trying to pin that murder about Nicole on Burt. That way, what I'm saying, she can get up out of here and all that. And Jukebox held it down and says she doesn't give Burke up after Burt just, helped her out from getting arrested and everything like that. Helped her out from, getting locked up and everything and pretty much bailing her out of jail and all that. So, like she did actually also as well in the last season when she got arrested by the cops and everything, and Detective Burt made a phone call, let her go last season. So she did it before again for her this season and everything. So, of course, like I said, she has one of the influence why I think Jukebox become a cop is maybe because of Detective Burke as well, because of how close they end up becoming and everything like that. With them both being, of course, lesbians as well. But she tells her she tells Nicole's dad like, no, Nicole got the drugs from me. She took the drugs out of my bag, and that's how she ended up dying. Everything, because of course the drugs that Kanan was using, they ended up killing, a bunch of crackheads and everything like that. Because of course he didn't do it right, and her father doesn't want to believe that. Nicole's father doesn't want to believe that, but Jukebox is telling him, nah, that's what happened. That's what went down. That's what's going on. That's what happened. He doesn't want to believe it, but Jukebox just telling him the truth and all that. So she ends up walking off and leaving and telling him, I can't do that for that cop. You know what I'm saying? She's not going to sell out Detective Burke for that. So she's telling her, like, he just told her, yeah, that's pretty much what it is. And he just looks in shock. And the co-father just looks in shock and everything like that. Like, dang, that's what really happened. He didn't, you wouldn't know, you wouldn't expect that from your daughter. He wouldn't expect your daughter to be doing drugs like that and everything. But that's what happened. That's what went down. So, so we get to Detective Burke. Now, Detective Burke, she has a lot going on and all that. First off, when she's with Howard, she's looking for Sam, the crackhead, and the base heads, the rest of the crackheads said he's over there somewhere else in this part of town. And you see his body along with another dead body of crackhead and being like, dang, her witness is gone. And Howard gets on Burke and checks Burke about, saying, nah, I had nothing to do with this. Don't blame me. It wasn't nothing on me. I didn't have anything to do with this. That's what she thinks, though. He has something to do with it. And everything, of course, what she did and all that. So she suspects it. Then when she get over, she tells her girlfriend about, oh, I think they're setting me up, Howard and them. That's what this girl told me. And all that. She hasn't been wrong before, so she probably is right. They probably are setting me up and everything. She doesn't want to believe it. Her girlfriend doesn't want to believe it, but Detective Burke does have an eye hunch that, yeah, they trying to set me up. And that's what's going on. That's what's happening. So then we get of course, the part that everybody talking about the scene. She runs up on Kanan. She runs up on Kanan, questioning him, saying all kind of things about I know the whole story and everything like that. It look like when she's finna arrest Kanan, Kanan ends up sneaking off and running away and all that from her right before she's able to put the cuffs on him and arrest him again and everything. So that's the end of that, and that's it. We don't see no more from Burt this episode. I think that was pretty much it. After that, we don't see no more of Burt this episode. Now at least let's talk about Kanan. I talked about him taking the drugs and everything like that because him and Famous are talking. Famous like, say, I need money, bro. We got to get this work. We got to pay these bills and stuff like that because, of course, like, now that Crown is dead, he can't stay in that spot for free or anything like that. So he just like, hey, we got to, Famous, I got bills to pay, real big bills. So we got to get this money, get this work. So they decide to, go out in the corner and, sell and do what they got to do and everything. And of course, when Detective Burke runs up on Kanan, Famous actually ends up dipping and leaving. That's the last we've seen of Famous. We didn't see Famous no more, of course, after that for this episode. But of course, Kanan does get caught and everything like that and all. Also, Kanan comes to Howard and tells Howard about Detective Burke. She talked about how she knew everything and all that. And Howard was saying, me, you, and your mom, we all got to get together, sit down, and have our story straight, have it together. Because unless she has no evidence yet, so she can't prove anything. But we got to find a way to get this and handle this. That's why I say Detective Burke is lucky to make it to season 3, but I don't think she'll make it past season 3. So I don't know. Maybe she will, maybe she won't. But in my opinion, the way it's looking, she probably won't make it past season 3. The way it's looking, and all that, especially doing that to Kanan and all that. I think Howard, Raquel, all of them are coming for her. So we'll see how it goes for her. I just don't feel like she gonna make it past this season, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe she will past season 3. But the way it's just looking like detectives like her, they always end up getting killed or something like that. So I believe that's definitely coming for her in season 3. During the end of season 3 for sure. So that's pretty much it what Kanan had going on this episode for the most part. You just see him and Howard riding in the car together like they going to meet up with Rock and all. Now let's talk about Sal Panantonio and the Italian. The Italians, they're trying their best. They end up talking to the new plug, the Big Time Connect, which is Tony Danza's character. He's a new character that will be introduced more and more in season 3. He's a big connect. He's a top plug. So he just had a conversation with Sal. I'm saying I have nothing to do with this. I'm not interfering with it. That's y'all business between y'all and Raquel, the Queen's people. That's between y'all. So y'all handle it the way y'all want to and all that. And Sal says, he's gonna take it in his own hands, get his people to go handle it, and they gonna do what they gotta do and all that. Take out Raquel, take out the competition, and all that. Also as well, like they get shot at first because along with Marvin and Lou, and the rest of them, they come shooting at them, the Italians and everything like that. Sal and the rest of them don't come back till don't come out till later on and everything after they already done shot up half their men and everything. 3 or 4 guys, they come out later on to start shooting and everything. So that leads, of course, to them coming to the idea like, oh, they finna come bum rush them and everything like that. So that's when they find out about, hey, that's when they find out about. They try to get find from other people and all that about where the Rock them be at. They connect, they move, how how they move and everything like that, where they go and all that. Which of course leads to what I'm talking about with Juliana, everybody in the connect, what leads to Raquel, how everything just comes back and bite her, whatever or her game plan she had. But that's pretty much interesting to see about Tony Danza's character, what he's gonna do this episode, this series, next season, about him being like the new connect for the Italians and for everybody. I wonder how him and Rock's relationship gonna work. Everything he might be end up coming a new plug and everything and a new connect for them. So that'll be interesting to see and everything. So we'll see about that. But like I said, always good to see Tony Danza, an actor, been in this game for a long time. It's interesting to see and good to see what he's gonna do in this series for sure on Power and all that. Like I said, 50 Cent really begins to heavy hitters on Power. I'm just gonna say that now. So, but yeah, now let's talk about Raquel. Everything leads to her. Let's talk about Raquel. So Raquel feels like now that Cartier Dawn is gone, her and Marvin decide they feel like, hey, we gonna like get the connect now. We get Cartier Dawn people and everything. So we feel like, for sure, like we can get his old plug and connect and team up with them. That way, we can get together. We gonna be up in the ranks and all that. All we gotta do is take down the Italians and handle them, and we good and all that. She goes to them and the guy says, well, now that Cartier's gone, you helped us out with that. So, and you got my man out of prison. I mean, out of jail and all that, help him beat his case. But after that, it's no longer needed for your services and all that and everything. So, and then she finds out that Juan and Juliana have decided to make a deal with them guys instead of her and her people. So she like, oh, okay, dang. So they decided to cut them out as the middleman. All they gotta do is give him some of their money and gives him some of his money and all that. Tells them, oh yeah, since pretty much like since you did what helped my man get out, you killed Cartier and all that. So hey, I'll give you the money in return and all that. But I think it's good just to go ahead and X you out. So they go straight to Juliana and Juan and say like, oh, you just X us out to connect in the plug. And Juliana, this is what tricked about me. After Raquel helped you out in season 1, when that dude was beating your butt and beating your behind, you decided to go behind her back and cut her off just because you got mad about Unique coming and putting a gun to your head and messing you up. That's what really was like, oh, okay, dang. That's what really happened and all that and everything. So, dang. So, you know what I'm saying? So, that's definitely like what's messed up on that part. Like, Juliana goes behind the back and wants to act like she's so dangerous now that she got her cousin, her people with her. That's just like, dang. And all that. I'm just, I'm definitely just in shock by that and everything like that. So, for her to do that and all that, everything Raquel did for you, looked out for you and all that, for you to act like you so bad and you so dangerous and all that, it's going to come back and really hurt her and haunt her. Especially since we see now her and the Unique definitely are on good terms and are real close. That's definitely going to mess up a whole lot of stuff and everything like that for them, for sure. So I had to just rant on that a little bit for Juliana going behind Raquel's back, doing all that after she looked out for you a lot in season 1 and everything. And took care of you and all that. So that's just like, dang. For sure. That's just, oh man, So now let's get to the big part about the Italians. So the Italians come shooting, definitely come straight shooting. I'm sorry about that too. I just had to go on and rant about that because I can't wait what it's leading to in like season 3. It's gonna be a lot of beefs, a lot of stuff in the season 3 that's gonna really come back and just be blazing. But season 3, let's talk about. I mean, season 2 right now. Let's talk about the end when the Italians come. The first time we see the Italians, they come busting, they come shooting up over there in the studio where Lou and Zisa at, because Zisa talks about, first my parents didn't want me to be part of this no more because it happened to Cartier, because they think about his music and everything and all that. And boom, like, she ends up getting killed and all that. I didn't see that coming, her getting killed, but yes, for sure. She ends up getting killed. And I'm just like, oh, man. She ends up, like, you know what I'm saying? Zisa ends up getting killed by a couple of Italians. Then Lou sees them come to the studio. He ends up knocking both of them out and all that. Right before when I talked about, he said he was finna leave. He was telling Zisa, said, F this, I'm leaving Bulletproof Records. I'm leaving. I'm getting out of here, starting my own thing and all that. I'm leaving my sister them behind. But right before that happens, like I said, Zisa gets killed and Italians come and try to shoot him up. But he does end up surviving. I'm so glad Lou ends up surviving. I'm like glad the actor has made it past a season 2 of a series, because everybody like remember on Snowfall season 2, his character got killed, of course, in season 2 of Snowfall. But Lou has made it past season 2. He will be in season 3. From what it looks like, he did not die. He will make it to season 3. So, yes. So now they come shooting. They come where Marvin them is at. They come try to get to their trap house, come shooting them and all that. Look like all of them are killed. Then Marvin gets hit in the hip and everything like that. Look like he's finna be out. He's trying to knock on this door, but the other person not answering the door and everything like that. So the guy that he helped down the wheelchair, that's why it's always good they say to look out for people and work and watch how you treat people and all that. Cause he treated that guy so well in the beginning of the season. That guy that was in the wheelchair and all that and everything, so nice to him and everything like that. That the guy ends up helping him. The guy ends up knock on the door and say, "Hey." The guy ends up open the door and say, "Hey, come in here" and all that. Since he hit, so like Marvin does and will survive. That's what it seems like. He just been hit and all that. But the guy ends up saving him by opening the door to making sure the Italians don't come get him and all that. So Marvin like he does survive this season as well. Like he survives. Then, oh man, this messed up moment right here. King decides she's coming in to Raquel and everything like that because she's pretty much talking about how Juke beat up the boy and all that from the church and everything like that. So, you know, Juke is, so King just trying to talk to Raquel about it and everything. But as soon as she comes, she looking like, where are my men and how you just come around here and all that. She see half of them are dead and see the Italians come shooting and busting and she tells King to get down, but it's too late. The Italians already done come and then got her and killed her. So they kill her, so they end up killing her. The Titans end up going, they end up killing her and all that. Look like they finna take down Raquel, they hit Raquel on the shoulder. And Raquel, so much of a G, still talking trash while she's hit and saying, "You gonna do what you gotta do and finish the job?" No, she ends up, no. Unique comes and saves the day. Unique ends up killing the Italians and all that and everything. And ends up saying, "Southside, we in this together." Showing my enemies, my friend. Like no matter what, Southside, they stick together and all. Cause of course Unique had to get back. Cause of course early in the episode, cause I forgot about it. His man ends up getting killed. Uriel, his main dog, who he was talking about when he was talking to Raquel, kind of slipped, flying with her at the same time and all that. But saying, "Yeah, me and my boy Uriel, we finna go out and do our own thing and everything. We finna leave and all that." Cause like I said, Unique was neutral. He wasn't getting involved with the Titans. He wasn't gonna set her up and nothing like that. He said he wasn't finna go out like that and all. So, but they end up killing his homeboy and killing his man and all that for, I guess, for him not laying down and being with them and everything. So Unique gets his revenge, ends up killing them by saving Rock and all that, which leads to a whole lot of stuff now. Could be a love interest relationship between both of them now and everything, with Unique helping out Raquel and all that, saving her life pretty much. So we'll see. And then right after that, we see Howard and Kanan pull up, and we see and he sees all the bodies and all of them dead. So wow. What is, all I can think about, what is Jukebox gonna think now that she knows her mother is dead, because her mother was coming to talk to Raquel about everything, and now of course her father been hurt too as well as been shot. So this definitely might lead to Jukebox. Like I said, Jukebox for sure becoming that cold-hearted evil woman we saw in the beginning of in the early part of the Power series, on the Power television series. Of her being like that, to seeing why she's so cold and ruthless. Like everybody said, she was more cold than Kanan was in the original Power. So we're starting to see more and more of that, especially with the whole situation with, like I said, Mom just got shot. Now her mother got killed just because of Raquel's beef with the Italians. So that definitely, like I said, we get to see more of the venture off of why Jukebox becomes a little more colder and all that, separates itself from the family and all that. Because everything's going well for her and all that. But then that happens and everything with her mom and then Marvin getting shot. So, man, oh man, and all that. Wow, what it definitely. And also now, like all four of them together in the same room, Kanan, Neek, Raquel, and Howard. This, oh man, it's gonna lead to something, something crazy, something, very, very interesting now, and all that and everything. With all four of them together, what's gonna happen? What's finna go down? Like I said, this definitely was a good finale. Definitely a good finale. Actually, better than last season finale for sure. Definitely better than last season finale was. I'll say that for sure. What, so man, like, dang, boy, did I love it, boy. You know what I'm saying? I was definitely entertained by it. Like I said, I definitely enjoyed this finale. So it's a lot to lead to, next season for sure. The storyline, like I said, how would Unique and Raquel be? Because that's how it works, kind of like, my enemies, my friends turn to enemies. So enemies turn to friends, and Raquel and Neek, like I said, enemies turn to friends now, because they both all about each other, Southside Queens. So they both about that. So in the day, they gonna do for each other and all that. So this is storylines are set up. Also, we got to see. Also, we forgot about that with Famous shooting that other guy and everything like that. We see that it's an old man named Willie. He doesn't say anything. He doesn't talk about it, but maybe it might lead up to something, next season and all that about, about Freddie getting killed, about LaFamous killing Freddie. Maybe that will lead to something else, next season or something like that. But we see the old man doesn't say anything and doesn't speak about it, nothing like that. But like I said, we everybody thought it was Breeze. No, 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 we're not getting Breeze. Like I told y'all, the earliest we might get Breeze is the end of season 3. The most latest we will get him is definitely in season 4 for sure, for sure. The latest we'll get him in season 4, but the earliest we'll probably catch Breeze is definitely around the end of season 3. Because like I said, Kanan is 16 right now. Next season he'll probably be 16, going on 17. So, and also we'll probably get maybe Breeze at the earliest at the end of season 3 and all that. Because like I said, when we get Breeze, that means Ghost and Tommy, a young Ghost and Tommy, not too far behind and all that. But like I said, I feel like we definitely will not get a character like Breeze till around Kane is like 18, 17, 18 or so, or something like that. So Breeze is not coming like everybody thought that was Breeze. Nah, Breeze is not coming. Everybody's waiting for Breeze like he's a big time superhero character and all that. But Breeze, like I said, Breeze, I do not believe is coming for sure, until like around the end of next season or latest probably end up around season 4 and all that and everything when Kanan starts becoming more of an adult and everything and all that. Cause like I said, we're just in little Easter eggs of Kanan and all that. This this series and this season. And like I said, Kanan do a lot even this last episode. Like the name of the episode is name of this series is called Raising Kanan. It's just him as a kid and we seen him grow up in the ranks and all that. Of how he becomes who he is and all that. So for sure, so probably like I said, Breeze definitely earliest end of season 3, latest probably around season 4 we get him. So, no, I can't wait to see him just like the rest of y'all. I can't. But, we got to take our time and wait on that. But, yes, like I said, good episode, solid episode. Like I said, Raising Kanan is my favorite. Like I always said, of all the Power Book series for sure. Even to be better than the original. I just love it so much and everything. The old school flavor of it and all that. Definitely kept me entertained. I love this finale and all. Like I said, the ending on a kind of like a cliffhanger per se and all that. Can't wait to see what happens next. When all that just transpired and what has happened with the Italians coming at them and all that. So, man, I can't wait, man. This is going to be something special for season 3. Season 3 sometimes can always be the best season, too, as well. So, let's hope season 3 is just a banger as well. Like I always say, enjoy life. If you like the content, please don't hesitate to hit the like subscribe button. This is Sly Media. Like I said, I'm through with doing, of course, everything, Power right now because everything that with 50 Cent shows because BMF has not come out till January. So, you can stay tuned and do a review on 50 Cent shows come January when BMF comes. Cause I definitely want to do a review on that as well. But it's pretty much through with me. This is through with me. I'm pretty much through with doing all the reviews on Power right now. Unless something big happens when you the characters or something like that, then I will, for sure, do reviews on something like that. If a big character they said it's gonna happen in season 3, then I might do something on Power then. But as of right now, I'm through with doing everything on Power or anything, BMF right now for the year. So. Like I said, y'all stay tuned for my other content for Stargirl, any big movie that comes out, I do a review on that or anything. But I'm through doing my reviews on Power for this year. But y'all have a good day. Enjoy life. This is Slime Media. I'm out. Y'all be safe.